Welcome, listeners, to another episode of Reflection. Today, we're exploring a thought provoking question. I was reading it actually on Times magazine online. Is our life really better than we think? You will notice a bit of huskiness in my voice today, so I'm sorry for that. A souvenir, probably from the changing season or something similar, I don't know exactly, but it's not going to stop us from diving deep into the engineering of our mind. Let's start with a little story. Imagine you're walking through a museum, right, filled with the most amazing artwork from all over the world. At first, each painting, each sculpture takes your breath away, right? But as hours pass, you sort of start to glide past them without a second glance. You just look at them, but that's not that spark, right? Why? This, my friend, is habituation at play. Habituation keeps your mind. Our brain's tendency to become accustomed to stimuli that remain constant over time. Okay, but where the magic happens, or here's the magic where the magic happens. Imagine if we could reset our brain to see each artwork, or better yet, each aspect of our lives, with fresh eye, as if for the very first time. That's that's engineering. That's the engineering challenge we're talking about today. It's not about rewiring our brain entirely, but tweaking it, right? This system to enhance our perception of the everyday wonders we're grown to, accustomed to, right? The the term habituation might stand technical or might sound technical, a bit like something out of an engineering manual for the mind or psychology of the mind. And in a way, it is, right? Our brains are marvels of biological engineering. Keep this in your mind, biological engineering. That's a nice word, right? Constantly adapting to our environment to optimize our survival. That's the key thing. But this system, while efficient, has a bug. It can make the extraordinary seem quite ordinary. Do you remember examples of it? Even like today. So, how do we debug the system? First, by acknowledging it. Recognize that your feelings of being there, done that, isn't the flaw in our character or in your character, but a quirk of your cellular programming, right? Part of your brain. Next, we apply a patch. What that patch could be, you might have heard of. Yes, appreciation. It's like hitting the refresh button on a web page that stopped loading properly. It's not easy, yeah. We sometimes feel like that appreciation and it feels really good, but sometimes really it doesn't work. Yeah, you just not knowing it does not necessarily mean it's gonna happen, right? So let's explore it together and learn some techniques. Suddenly, everything loads in vibrant color. If that feeling of appreciation is there, revealing details you hadn't noticed before. Here's a simple exercise that people say in various aspects of life, and experts would advise. They say, oh, for 1 week, at the end of each day, write down 3 things you are grateful for. People have done it, and they might have some, different results, but overall, it seems to be working, right? For me, it works sometimes doesn't. I haven't figured out why, but yeah, let's like explore it together. If you have better ideas, let us know. They don't have to be grand, they say. Even the smallest joys count, right? Like I'm creating this while I don't feel that much good. I feel really good. I feel really appreciated that okay, I'm able to do that. So it gives me a really good feeling. This practice is like, sorry, I need to stop a little bit. This practice is like performing regular maintenance on your mind, ensuring it runs smoothly and appreciates the full spectrum of your life's experiences. Now, as we wrap up today's journey through the corridors of our mind, remember this: the beauty of life, much like art, does not fade. The brilliance is always there, waiting to be seen again and again with fresh eyes. Maybe we need to look at it a little bit differently, right? So let's challenge ourselves, and let me challenge you, dear listeners, to engineer a little happiness into your daily routine. Let's start small. It's just for myself as well this week. Appreciate the nuances and watch as your word transforms. One fresh perspective at a time. So, like, I may ask myself, like, oh, I'm sick now. I'm doing it. I cannot talk, I cannot work properly. So, what is it to appreciate? Maybe we need to look at it a bit differently, right? Thank you for tuning in. If my husky voice that you listen to didn't scare you off, join us next time on Reflection for more insights into the art and science of living well. Stay curious and keep engineering your happiness. Have a good night.